Hello everyone. In our last video, we set a static IP and renamed the server to DC01. Now we are going to promote it to a domain controller by installing Active Directory Domain Services. This is the heart of any Windows network. It lets you manage users, computers, and security from one central place. DNS gets installed automatically. We don't need to worry about that separately. Let's get started. Step 1. Install Active Directory Domain Services. The Server Manager should open automatically when you log in. If it doesn't, just click the Start button and search for it. To begin, click on Manage in the top right corner, then select Add Roles and Features. Click Next on the Before You Begin page. Make sure Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation is selected. Then click Next. On the next screen, make sure our server DC01 is selected from the server pool and click Next. Now we get to the most important part, selecting the server role. Check the box for Active Directory Domain Services. A pop-up will appear asking if you want to add some features. Click Add Features, then click Next. We don't need any extra features here, so just click Next. The next page gives you an overview of what ADDS does. Click Next again. Now review your selections. You should only see Active Directory Domain Services listed. Click Install. The installation will take a minute or two. Once the installation finishes, you will see a yellow notification flag in the top right corner of the Server Manager. That's our cue for the next step. Step 2. Promote the server to a domain controller. Click that yellow flag and then click Promote this server to a domain controller. This launches the Active Directory Domain Services configuration wizard, and this is where the magic happens. Since we are building our first domain controller from scratch, we are going to select Add a New Forest. Now for the root domain name, this is the name of your Active Directory domain. I'm using homelab.local. On the next screen, we need to set the Directory Services Restore Mode password. This is a special password used if you ever need to boot the server into recovery mode to restore Active Directory. It must be different from the administrator password. Make sure you write it down and store it somewhere safe. Next up is the DNS options page. You might see a warning about DNS delegation. You can safely ignore this. Here is why. We are creating a brand new forest, so there is no parent DNS zone to delegate to. The DNS server role is being installed right now as part of this promotion, and it will handle everything for us. The additional options page shows the NetBIOS name. This is automatically generated from your domain name. Click Next. On the Paths page, you can leave the default locations for the database, log files, and sysvol folder. These are perfectly fine for a lab. Click Next. Now we get to the Review Options page. It shows the summary of everything we are about to do. Take a moment to review it and then click Next. The wizard will now run a prerequisites check. This verifies that everything is ready for promotion. If you see any warnings or errors, address them before continuing. For a clean lab setup, you should see all checks pass with no issues. Once it's done, click Install. The installation will now begin. This takes a few minutes, and your server will automatically restart when it's finished. Once it reboots, you will notice something different. The login screen will now say homelab/administrator instead of just administrator. That means our server is now officially a domain controller. Step 3. Verify DNS was installed correctly. Let's now verify that DNS was installed correctly. Go to the Tools menu in the Server Manager and select DNS. You will see the server here, and under forward lookup zones, You will find your domain homelab.local. Active Directory automatically created this zone during the promotion. Step 4. Configure DNS Forwarders. Now that our DNS server knows how to resolve internal names like homelab.local, we need to give it a way to resolve internet names like google.com or youtube.com. Since our server only knows about our internal domain, if a client asks for external websites, our DNS will say, "I don't know that name." We need to fix this by setting up forwarders. Here is how. In the DNS Manager, right-click your server name and select Properties. Go to the Forwarders tab and click the Edit button. In the dialog that appears, type 8.8.8.8. That's Google's public DNS server, and press Enter to add it to the list. Now let's add a backup. Type 1.1.1.1. That's Cloudflare's public DNS. Press Enter. This gives us a redundancy in case Google's DNS server ever goes down. Once both are in the list, click OK to close the Forwarders dialog. Back to the Properties window, click Apply, and then click OK to save everything. Step 5. Test DNS resolution. To test it, open command prompt and type nslookup google.com. You will see our server responded and it successfully returned Google's IP address. That confirms our forwarders are working perfectly. We can now resolve both internal and external domains. Step 6. Run a health check. In command prompt, type dcdiag. This command runs a series of tests on your domain controller. It checks DNS, replication, and other critical services. If everything passes with no errors, you are good to go. And that's it. We have successfully promoted our Windows Server 2025 to a domain controller, installed the DNS, and set up forwarders so our clients can browse the internet. In the next video, we are going to set up DHCP so our client machines can automatically get IP addresses, and then we will join a Windows PC to our new domain. If this video helped you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel. I'll see you in the next one.